Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you a quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Lakers. And manning the middle, a champion in his lone season at Kentucky. And the 2012 #1 pick overall, shot blocker extraordinaire Anthony Davis. Then it's LeBron James. And looking at the Nuggets, then it's Porter, and it's Gordon in at the 4. Now, here is Russell. LeBron outside. Outside, Russell. Back to LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, LeBron James was probably his best season statistically a year ago. I don't think there's any question about it, guys. I mean, certainly it was his most efficient offensive season. I mean, he had career highs of 56% shooting from the floor and 41% from long range. I don't know if we've seen a player of his size put together those kinds of numbers with the types of shots that he takes. I mean, just absolutely stunning what he did in terms of his efficiency last season.
And for LeBron James, the season before last, he really focused on scoring in the post. You know, Steve, using his size and strength.
And we've seen his field goal percentage climb as a result. The low post work, I think the selection too, shoots fewer three-pointers but a higher percentage. So now, you know, how do you guard the guy? He's got everything in the package.
Now here's LeBron. Pass to Reeves. Takes the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
A bit ago, Mike Malone and I were able to chat. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Thanks, Doris. And he makes the first.
And, you know, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
Both good from the line that time. And going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired, and that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I mean, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played.
Get there.
And there's the pass to Murray. For 3, gets the bucket.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Now, here is Russell. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Russell's got 5 points so far.
Boy, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Here's Murray. Back to Gordon. Here's Jukic. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. LeBron passes to Russell. Back to LeBron. 3-pointer. Number 2. Got it. Good job in the low post.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Now, here's Porter. Dishes it to Gordon. Jukic is guarded by Davis. Shoots from the block. Gets it to go.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Lakers trailed by 3. LeBron with it. Kicks it to Russell. And that one hits back iron.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
Porter passes to Murray. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Jokic is guarded by Davis. Here's Jokic. Can't hit. Great D that time from Davis.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Outside, Russell. Davis sets a screen. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 8 points.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Jokic is guarded by Davis. And it's the Lakers on the break. LeBron leading the charge. And here's Porter. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Passes it to Murray. Gordon with a screen on Russell. And another miss by Denver.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And they double up Russell. Lakers working the ball around now. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact and guide it in.
That's how you impose your will against the defender. He came to play.
Well, guys, with the style of defense he plays, an opponent better make sure every pass is a smart one if he's around. Because if it's not, it'll be in his hands before you know it, heading the other way for an easy lay-in.
You know, Steve, something else that jumps out at me about him is how often he thwarts penetration with his active hands. I mean, he gets a lot of his steals as players try to make their way to the basket.
Now, here's Porter. Outside Gordon. And that one's good. Gordon's got his first points of the game.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Outside Russell. Back to LeBron. Outside Russell. Pass to Reeves. LeBron outside. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Russell with the bucket.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Now Murray. Jokic is guarded by Davis. Here's Jokic. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his third rebound tonight.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Now the pass to Reeves. Back to LeBron. And a miss there on the triple.
Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter.
Outside Gordon. He feeds it to Porter. Lets it go with the three. Gets it to go. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
The defense sagged off, and, you know, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that three.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Some thought the Nuggets might be a dark horse team to get to the Western Conference Finals last season, but they didn't even get out of the first round. They lost to the Warriors, a very good Warriors team, in 6 games.
Lakers have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And going back to that series, Clark, I think it was easily one of the most exciting series of the first round, but the Nuggets knew they would have an uphill battle when they dropped game 2 at home. You know, Steve, they looked like they missed Gallinari in some of those games, obviously.
Well, I think anytime you're down a three-point shooter, it makes it very difficult, particularly in the playoffs when teams can sit back and pack the paint. So I thought that was what that series showed, is that in the postseason, the best three-point shooting team often has a big advantage, and the Warriors clearly were much better from beyond the arc.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. The dish now to LeBron. Blocked. Outside Russell. There's the feed to LeBron. He kicks to Davis. Back to LeBron. Shot clock at 3. Goes back up. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Pass to Murray. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
A big group substitution here for the Lakers. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
You know, a big reason that the Nuggets were able to finish with the third best record in the West last season was they took care of business in the Western Conference. I mean, they went in every game against a conference opponent knowing what was on the line and handled business from there.
Here's Schroeder. He dishes it to Beasley. Releases. Number 28. Bank shot. No good.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
Brown outside. Outside, Green. Fires the three. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The record for the Nuggets against the West ended at 38-14. Just one off the mark of the Thunder. Steve, for the best record within the conference.
Seemed like every time there was ground to be gained, Kevin, in the playoff race, the Nuggets came through. You know, teams in the West like to run a little bit, but I don't think anybody could really run with Denver. That's how they were able to both win at home and win in the conference.
Here's Brown after the made shot from Schroeder. Bryant passes to Murray. Back to Bryant. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Brown kicks to Green. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And it's Brown missing. The Lakers trail. Brown with it. Now Green defending. Beasley for 3. Again, the miss by Beasley.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Pass to Murray. They set the screen. Pulls up. The shot misses. And the Lakers take it the other way. Brown against Brown. Here's Schroeder. That ties the game.
Yeah, beautiful drive there, going right around the bigger man.
The Lakers have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier. Walker's checked in for the Lakers. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
You know, last season, a lot of folks had the Lakers picked as the super team in the West, the team that would maybe challenge Miami and LeBron, but from the start, it just never was a cohesive group and really had one of the most disappointing seasons in the Lakers' history.
Now here's Bryant. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Here's Brown. Walker goes in. Beasley outside. Schroeder kicks to Walker. Drills the three-pointer. Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Clark, as you said, the Lakers had a lot of lofty expectations put on them, but you never know what's going to happen when a team is put together. And Steve, they just couldn't reach that bar that was set so high for them.
Yeah, the expectations were so high, Kevin, but injury issues cost them all season long. Nash, Howard, Powell, and of course Kobe with the Achilles at the end of the year. And that unit only started 7 games all season together, so they never really were able to develop any chemistry.
And here's Los Angeles. They've got an 8-0 run. Brown the pass to Schroeder. Feeds to Walker. From outside the arc. Bryant with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Schroeder off a pick from Brown. And the rejection by Jordan. Brown against Brown. He passes it to Brown. They kick it out to Green. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's now 6 points for Jeff Green.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kick-out's the only choice.
Here's Schroeder. He's got 5. And Walker kicks to Schroeder. Back to Walker. Pass to Beasley. From past the arc. Count that one. And the Lakers lead by 4. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers ahead, up by 4. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And Steve and Clark and I are refreshed and ready to go here as well. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Now here's Brown. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 4 on the shot clock. And there's another one for the Nuggets. Los Angeles has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Here's Schroeder. Inside. The kick out to Walker. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, let's start with the positive in the Lakers postseason. They did make it. That's all that can be said is their dramatic passing of Utah and the Rockets down the stretch to take the 7th seed was really the lone highlight of what would be a quick exit from the playoffs for them.
The first one falls. Going back to the Lakers, swept in 4 straight by the Spurs, and none of the games really that close. Spurs, Steve, just dominated them in every sense of the word. Injuries didn't help either.
No, they didn't help, but, you know, the Spurs just outplayed whoever was on the floor for L.A. And I think a lot of people thought the the Spurs would be a good first-round matchup for the Lakers, but that notion was quickly squashed. San Antonio just totally dominant.
And so Walker nails both of them.
You know, it's pretty hard not to ask the question after the Nuggets were bounced in the first round of the playoffs if, in fact, they were better constructed for the regular season than the playoffs.
Now here's Brown. Gets it to go. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And the pass to Schroeder. Dishes to Davis. Passes it to Schroeder. Clock at 6. And here's Walker outside. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jordan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. You know, continuing to talk about the Nuggets, it is a fair question to ask because this group, Steve, has been so successful in the regular season, but has yet to make a big splash in the postseason.
Yeah, I think they've advanced out of the first round one time in the last 9 seasons. So, you know, I think it's a fair question, Kevin. I think you can win playing fast, but you have to have balance. Look at the Spurs last year. They played a very high tempo, but they played excellent defense as well. You've got to have some kind of a balance to win in the postseason.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. Well, LeBron James' game is so well-rounded, you might forget that he led the league in scoring back in 2008. He said, I've done that before. I'm capable of doing it, but that's not my job here. My job is to do a lot of everything, rebounding, passing, and defending. Guys, his versatility and completeness as a basketball player is what makes him so incredible to watch.
He can do it all, Doris. Pass, shoot, special talent. Now here's Gordon. Round with it. Beasley covering. Davis with the ball. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Schroeder. 5 points in the game. Outside, Walker. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
And the Lakers making a change here. Denver's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. And that one's good. The Lakers trail. Davis setting the pick for LeBron. And they double him up with LeBron. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Well, LeBron is far enough along now in his career where you can start to project some of his career stats, and they're staggering. I mean, he could end up the first player ever to end up with 30,000 points, 10,000 assists, and 10,000 rebounds. I mean, that's remarkable.
So it's Denver now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Six to shoot. Jokic covered by LeBron, and it's Russell with the rebound. And when you talk about LeBron's ability to pile up stats, whether it's scoring, or rebound, or passing, Clark, he can do it all.
He really can. He's dominant in every facet of the game, and you love his durability and his stamina. He is a stat sheet stuffer supreme, and that's the highest level of stat sheet stuffing you can have, and he's at the pinnacle of the peak.
Well said. And here are the Nuggets now after the three-pointer from Reeves.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but you know, another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Goes up off the inbound, and Russell puts it in. Now it's a 3-point Laker lead.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Banked in off the glass. He's got 8. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Pass to Reeves. Lays it up and banks it in. Here's Brown. Kicks it to Gordon. Jukic is guarded by Davis. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Back to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. A rebound by the Lakers. Outside, Russell. LeBron is screen on Brown. And they double up Russell. Reeves, defended by Gordon. From deep. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Well, I tell you what, the Nuggets turned that Pepsi Center into their own personal fortress last season. Had the best record at home in the league. Nobody could run with them when the game was played at the Pepsi Center.
From the stripe. Second shot opportunity. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
In that home record of the Nuggets, you mentioned Clark, 38-3. Been a long time since someone has been able to put up a home record like that, Steve. Pretty impressive.
Well, it's always been difficult for teams to go to Denver and play at high altitude. And then you factor in all the back-to-backs and the fact that the airport is a long way from Denver. They're in a different time zone than a lot of teams in the West. So throw all that stuff together, and it's tough to roll in there, arrive 3 or 4 in the morning, and try to win the next night. Denver really taking advantage of their geographical area.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, for the Lakers last season, it seemed there was so much turmoil throughout the year. Injuries, coaching-wise, changes in the offense. And they never were able to really gain any momentum. They made a decent run at the end of the season, but that didn't carry over into the postseason when they were swept by the Lakers in the first round.
Lakers leading by 4. I think going back to D'Antoni and the Lakers, that Howard and Gasol were made more than a little disgruntled with how Clark he made use or didn't make use of them offensively.
You know, the Lakers brought in D'Antoni to try to emphasize Steve Nash and his role in the offense, but I think they neglected how that would affect the 7-footers. Didn't do a really good job of incorporating those guys, and when you've got Kobe getting his shots, that's a tough dynamic to work through.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good.
And the free throws are starting to pile up a little bit here, more so than in the first quarter.
And that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
He feeds it to Porter. The Nuggets with another miss. Los Angeles leading by 5. The dish to LeBron. Outside, Russell shoots it up. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 5 assists in the game.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Now, here's Porter. Back to Gordon. He kicks it to Brown. Launches a 3. Can't get it to go. And it's the Lakers the other way.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Number 2. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for him.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
And here are the Nuggets now. 9-point game.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
LeBron James on the wing. Guarded by Porter. And it's blocked by Porter. The feed to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. He dishes it to Porter. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Well, Kevin, probably his greatest value lies in his tremendous three-point shooting. When he's out on the perimeter, it gives them the ability to really stretch the defense out.
And offensively, you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among three-pointers, and especially for him.
And Davis can't get it to go.
Probably the biggest knock on Anthony Davis you could make his rookie season is that he missed a lot of time with injuries, and that's really not something you knock a guy for. Ankle, a concussion. He missed several stretches.
Now here's Brown. Good.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
And for Anthony Davis, a slender build, how he weathers the physicality of the NBA in some people's minds, Steve, is a question.
Well, it's always hard to predict when a player comes out of college after his freshman year just how much more he's going to fill out. But he's got broad shoulders. It looks like he's got the ability to add muscle. And I think as he does that, he's going to be probably best suited to play the power forward position long term rather than center.
Gordon kicks to Brown. Back to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And that is good. And now just a 1-point Laker lead.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
LeBron gets the screen from Davis to stop the drought. And it's good on the way in. And the Lakers lead by 3.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Brown gets a screen from Caldwell Pope. Misses off the left iron.
Really good work defensively. This coach has to be happy with his team.
Yeah, forcing that miss right there, great effort.
LeBron dishes to Davis. Shot is off.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
Feeds it to Porter. It's Brown on the wing. on the shot, a bit long that time.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Number 2, he's covered by Brown, and that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
He had no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Right side, Russell. The pass to Schroeder. Dishes it to Brown. And again, the Lakers no good. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Jukic, he's covered by Brown. Passes it to Murray. Kicks to Green. 5 to shoot. He passes to Caldwell Pope. No good off the back of the rim. LA's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. And it's good. We've got 13 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Bryant. Here's Caldwell Pope. Tries to snap the cold streak. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Lakers lead by 5. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And now get ready for the halftime report. We're happy to be part of your Sunday. The Los Angeles Lakers in front against the Nuggets over at Pepsi Center. And defensively, they've done a good job grabbing rebounds, limiting second chances. LeBron playing well in the first half. He's chipped in 4 points and is up to his usual tricks, dropping a lot of dimes all over the court. And the Nuggets are still keeping at it. The difference in free throw percentage completely in their favor, and that's been the key to their success. They've gotten some great minutes out of Jeff Green. He's got 6 points, and he's helped out with some key rebounds as well. And it's time now to head back for the rest of our game out in Denver. See you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. It's been one outstanding game from Russell.
Boy, you wonder how long he can continue to shoot the 3 ball as well as he has to this point. He's been lights out.
Steve, you know that as well as anyone being the shooter you were. Sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks 3 feet wide.
Here's LeBron. Back to Davis. Number 2, guarded by Porter. That's tipped. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
He went to the windmill dunk to turn this place on its ear. I love it.
Yeah, this crowd is stunned.
And they should be, Kevin. That was one elaborate finish.
The Lakers in the lead. Davis setting the pick for LeBron. Pass to Russell. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Denver's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. He feeds it to Gordon. Shot clock at 6 for the lead. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
The Nuggets put up a lot of points last season. They did it the old-fashioned way, guys. They went right at opponents and got their buckets by attacking the rim. Scored an awful lot in the paint. Didn't shoot a lot of threes, but were very good at getting to the rim.
Free throw no good from Gordon. Well, back to the Nuggets. Last season, they finished #1 in the league in points per game, and over half of them came from inside the paint, Steve, getting good results with those good shots.
Well, remember, they lost some three-point shooting over the last couple of seasons. And when Gallinari got injured, they were down another great shooter. So when you don't have great floor spacing, your best chance to attack and to score is to get into the lane and score from as close as possible. That's why Denver played the way they did.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. LeBron outside. The pass to Reeves. Rejected by Murray. Caldwell Pope passes to Gordon. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Now Murray. He has 6. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Here's Jokic. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul called on Los Angeles. The Nuggets have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And you take a look at the numbers, guys. They shot 80% from the free throw line as a team a year ago.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
The first free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Passes to Reeves. LeBron outside. The dish to Davis. He passes to Reeves. He kicks it to Russell. Will it go? Los Angeles with another miss.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Porter passes to Murray. Jokic is guarded by Davis. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
Well, still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3, even before that miss.
And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 6.
Such an aggressive attitude he has. No invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket.
Here's Murray following the basket by LeBron James. Murray, good. 8 points for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Now here's LeBron. He has 6. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Murray, covered by LeBron. Murray, the pass to Gordon. Here's Jokic. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Anthony Davis, the #1 overall pick in 2012. An interesting note here, guys. He and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist were the first college teammates ever to be selected with the first and second picks of the draft. Bet you guys didn't know that.
Gotta love it.
The Lakers making a switch here. And it's the Nuggets ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. And Clark, you mentioned the 2012 draft. Also, when you look at Davis and MKG and then Bradley Beal, also the first time that 3 college freshmen, Steve, went 1, 2, and 3.
And not to mention all 3 players coming from the SEC.
Right, exactly.
Strange, but a lot of promise from that draft. A lot of good talent, and I think it bodes well for the league going forward.